us get into some topics. Bobby Shmurda is home.
Yeah, let's clap that up.
Bobby?
Bobby!
Bobby Shmurda is
Hold on,
home.
let me get ignorant real quick. I'm sorry, I know y'all gonna get mad about that. But
it'll be all right.
But, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Had to get ignorant.
He did a 6-year stint. He was supposed to do a little longer, but I think they let him out a little early. So I want to say he was supposed to do maybe 7 or 8 years, something like that, but they let him out a little early. So he's home and everybody's happy for him. Hope he gets back in the booth and does some solid music and all of that. You know what I mean? So my man Dr. Dre, he done put his wife on blast. He dropping some new music and he basically talking about how greedy she is.
Dang.
And how much of a he said something like, get your hand up out my pockets. I was like, yo,
dang.
Dre trying to go hard on it, man. So because I mean, we talked about it when they first talked about the divorce. She was asking for, what was it, like $1 million a month or something like that?
Yeah,
it was something ridiculous. It was like, come on, man, you need to cut that out.
Yeah, I like the highest, like, damn,
right?
That'd be like $1 million a month.
That would really be Black History right there.
I'm telling you, boy.
Dre might want
first nigga that got gaffled.
And I mean, I know Dre got a little girlfriend now, but he might want to do a prenup or something like that.
Man,
before we do anything, I need you to sign right here that you're not gonna come with no foolishness when we done.
I'm for real, yo.
But
be like damn Ice Cube with the American Most Wanted album.
Mm-hmm.
I've been gaffled before. I ain't never got gaffled like that. You know what I'm saying?
Man, Cube got them classic albums, boy. Y'all better go back.
Never got gaffled like that.
But yeah, the new song is Dre and King Crooked, actually, man.
Okay.
So I'm waiting to hear it. They kind of a DJ put a snippet of it. I can't remember the name of the DJ, but I guess he was helping Dre on the production and stuff. So he shared a snippet of them in the studio listening to the song, and it sounded like it go hard too. So I'm like, okay, I'm ready for this, man. I saw a YouTube channel that had some other songs that they claim were new by Dre. They had like 3 songs, and I was like, okay, but nobody else is talking about this, so I think this is like some kind of internet mashup. Yeah, I don't know if I believe that. But the only one I think is legit is the one where he talks about his ex-wife. Anyway, shout out to my man and rest in peace to Fred the Godson. He just got a street named after him called Fred the Godson Avenue in the Bronx. BX forever.
Boogie down.
Yeah, man.
Boogie down.
And his birthday just passed, so that was perfect timing because I think they did it on his birthday. And a lot of rappers spoke there, at the site. Fat Joe was there. He was one of the ones that spoke, and My Son was there. They all uptown dudes. You know what I mean? I think My Son is Queens, actually.
Is he?
I think. I'm not sure. If he's not from Queens, he might be from the Bronx. But either way, he was there to support. And it had like the street sign had his whole name. It had like Fred, what's his last name? I forget his last name, something like Thompson or something like that. It was like Fred the Godson Thompson Avenue, something like that. It had like his whole name. So shout out to for them for doing that. You know what I mean? Definitely want to celebrate him. Fred the Godson made a huge impact on hip hop in the short time that he was here, and unfortunately, coronavirus took him out with the COVID-19. So y'all better take it seriously. Take it seriously. It ain't no joke, man. I mean, yeah, some people are getting through it, and surviving, but there's people who dying from it, and it's no joke. So
it's really that death because I think about him and Scarface that got at the same time. It's kind of weird, man, but it's just that the fact that you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If it wasn't for that, he'd still be here. If
right.
It wasn't for it, really, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And he was doing shit. So
yeah, man, he dropped a few dope freestyles. I think he did a Funk Flex freestyle that was dope. So yeah, I mean, I really was saddened to hear about that, especially since he was new to the game. You know what I mean? He wasn't out that long.
But let me ask you this: is it you know what I'm saying? Why are these people like, you know what I'm saying? I understand Pop. I understand Big. I understand Wu-Tang getting the street. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I understand Cool Herc definitely getting the street because he, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
But and I'm not knocking like the newer rappers like Nipsey and Fred the Godson, but like, you know, why are they getting their streets named now after them? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that to like just throw slight at them. I'm just saying like, you know, at least even out of Biggie, even as short as his career was, you know, he has a pretty, you know, extensive body of work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but you know, like Kool Herc, you can see what he did. You know, Pop,
right,
extensive body of work.
Yeah.
Wu-Tang, extensive body of work.
Yeah,
you
definitely.
Know? And it's just like these guys, you know, and not. I mean, I think. What is it? Yeah, Fred the Godson. He was probably a little bit more known than Nipsey. I would probably say when, you know, Nipsey was around or whatnot. I'll probably give him that. But, you know what I'm saying? It's just that I don't think they have the catalog. You know what I'm saying? The catalogs really have.
Well, I'll say this. I don't know for sure if it was just given to him. I think you have to petition the city.
Yeah.
I think you have to petition the city. So I don't think the city came out and just said, we want to do this. I think
obviously.
A group of people who petitioned and said, hey, can we do this in his honor?
Yeah.
He died of corona. He was well known in these areas, blah, blah, blah. So I think that's all it is. I don't think it's more than that.
And that's fair too, because I mean, that's fair too. Because to think about it, he would still be here if it wasn't for that corona.
Yeah, man. I was definitely sad to hear that because I was thinking it was a joke when they said that. I'm like, nah, because you know that was when corona was still fresh. You know, it had just gotten on the scene, so you know, it was like, nah, he probably sick, but he ain't gonna die, nothing like that.
Yeah.
But, you know, unfortunately, we had to lose him, but rest in peace. Let's talk about George Floyd real quick. They are reopening the investigation into his murder, the Department of Justice. I don't know if it's some new evidence or what, but basically they're going to be reopening that and going through a full investigation, you know, because, I mean, I do think they gave up a little too quickly on that case.
Oh,
because they really didn't. I mean, first of all, they didn't charge any of the officers except that one that had the knee, and all the other ones were just as complacent. They were standing right there watching it. So why would you not be a part of the initial investigation? But so I guess they're going to be going strictly for that Derek Chauvin guy in the new investigation. I'm assuming because they let the other guys off the hook, from what I understand. So what do you think about that whole situation?
Yeah, man, I just, you know, it's cliche to say, but I hope justice is served.
Yeah, that's all you can hope for.
But, I mean, at the same time, man, it's about damn time we need to get upset.
I'm telling you, man.
There's a lot of shit going on.
It's crazy. I mean,
I'm just going to be real with you. Just a lot of shit going on. Like, right now.
Yeah.
We as people, especially black people, melanated black people, we getting upset about the wrong damn things right now.
Did you hear about the kid? I almost forgot about this. There's a kid who got arrested walking home in the snow a few days ago.
Walking home in the snow?
Mm-hmm. I can't remember. I think it might have been in Texas, I guess because of all the snow and stuff that they got. Yeah. The harsh weather. So it was late at night and he was walking home and the cops trying to say that he was walking like he was disoriented and all this when he really wasn't. You could tell he wasn't.
But even if he was.
Yeah. But then they was like, well, we just want to talk to you. And he just kept walking away. Like he was trying to avoid confrontation. He was like, look, I'm just trying to go home. Just leave me alone. I haven't done anything. And they was like, well, we need you to talk to us. And he kept avoiding them.
And he didn't announce that he was an officer.
No, they did. He knew it was cops, but it's just that they were basically abusing their power because they're like, look, we're the cops. If we tell you to stop and talk to us, you got to stop. And he was just like, I'm just trying to go home. Leave me alone. So he just kept trying to avoid him until they finally just grabbed him up and, took him to the ground. And they were like, he was like, what am I being held for? It was like, because you was walking in the middle of the street. And it's like, there's no cars coming, there's no nothing. It don't matter where this man was walking at. Y'all just, you know what I mean? I don't get it, man. So
and that's the thing, man. Like the way America's going, I don't want to be like, you know, the whole karma police, but
yeah.
I mean, do you really think that the dirt that, you know, these people keep doing, you really think that, you know, y'all just gonna keep doing this shit forever?
Right.
Like,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
At some point.
Like, yeah, man, like they see the writing on the wall, like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be butt hurting season in a while, boy.
I'm telling you, man.
Y'all better get ready, cause you know what I'm saying? Cause it's coming in raw.
Right.
Y'all gonna wish y'all had that Vaseline. That's all I'm gonna say.
Man.
Don't get that raw.
Raw.
Yeah, raw.
Yeah, you ain't gonna like it raw.
Nah, you ain't gonna like it.
But yeah, and also I want to give a shout out to Lauryn Hill. Her first album just went certified diamond, so that's what's up, man. The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill is officially diamond, and I mean that's a classic album. It would never go out of style. You can listen to that 30, 40 years down the line, man.
That is timeless music.
And I think it's going to remain timeless more so also for the fact that she didn't release any more music. So it's like a lot of people are like, okay, since we don't have nothing else, we got to keep going back to this one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Kind of like the, I was saying, like, what maybe the Alanis Morissette effect a little bit if you kept up with that scene.
Yeah,
but,
absolutely.
you know what I'm saying? Kind of, because she kind of was like that. I mean, back in those days, you got, like, in the 90s, you could do that. You could come out with, like, one good project.
Right.
You could probably eat off of it for a good while.
Yeah.
But, you know, now, you know, everybody's shitting out albums like every new week.
Right.
And it's like, nah, nothing classic ain't sticking.
Yeah,
all
man.
y'all just rapping about it's like, yeah, I got my diaper on and shit. My diaper on and shit. Yeah, diaper on and shit. I'm just exaggerating. Diaper on and shit.
My man, they were just talking about on the news, my man Floyd Mayweather, his birthday was just passed actually too.
Okay.
But he put a little on his baby, a little infant, he put a little like bunch of money, like watch, gold, diamonds, and all that on a little baby arm. It was like, why would you buy that for a baby?
That's what I'm saying, because like, man, you talking about taking candy from a baby. Well, I mean, he ain't gonna let that happen, but still.
I think it's a waste. And I mean, now, you know, me and my wife were talking about it. I mean, it was, even if you do it, it's your business, but you don't have to put it out there on social media and all that. He put it out on social media. It's like, if you want to do something that, you know, on that level, keep that to yourself. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
People like him, I think he feels like he has to show off, so people will know. Look how I'm stunting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even me and the little infant is stunting. You know, but I don't know. For me, that's a waste of time.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't
waste
do it.
of money too. Like,
Yep.
if you want to be stunting and be like, oh, you know what? You know what I did for my son? Oh, I invested in this company, so when he grows up, this will be his.
He'll be well taken care of.
This will be his.
Yep. Boom. You know what I mean? That's it right there. That's how you really take care of it.
Yeah, that's how you stunt. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it just, you know, black people, I love us. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, a lot of us. And I mean, we're all guilty of it when we at a certain level, you know, that we ain't been before. Not saying, I mean, and, you know, what I'm gonna call has been there at that level for years. But, I mean, the grand scheme of things, it's just a little sign of time, but, you know, a little grain of sand of time. But, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people, you know, we just get, you know, we get a little money, you know, we think we nigga rich and we do all this shit, you know what I'm saying? And just to show people we rich, but, you know, real rich folk ain't moving like that. They like, oh, okay.
Yep.
But one that's like bummy, pitching pennies, shoot, them the ones wealthy. They ain't spending shit. They ain't spending shit. They ain't trying to, you know, impress nobody, anything like that. Once they get, you know, that's like, I think before we canceled him, Vlad was talking to Lord Jamar, and they were talking about this one guy. I forgot his name, but this one guy, he did something for a company. And you know how many pairs of shoes he owned?
How many?
4.
Wow.
4 pairs. But you know how much he was worth?
How much?
Almost $1 billion.
I believe it.
Yeah.
And that's smart, you know what I mean? Because that's our thing. We always think we got to stunt at the lowest level, I'm living at this level, but I'm stunting at this level.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong getting nice things.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with having even things that might be like if you like name brand clothes, I can't come up here and say, "Oh, you be wearing name brand clothes and shit."
Right.
You better get your shit off the Kmart rack and shit. Nah, I'm not gonna do that.
Right.
But if you don't, you know what I'm saying. But if you see something that's, oh, that's a nice shirt, and if it ain't no name to it, you can fix it up, do whatever. I mean, that's cool too.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of it, you don't have to be pressuring yourself or pressuring yourself to, oh, I got to keep up with these dudes. Like everybody's wearing Gucci, so I got to wear Gucci because they wearing Gucci. Or I got to wear Polo because he wearing Polo.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm thankful I was never that guy.
Right. Me either. Did you hear about JayZ? He sold his he sold half of his Ace of Spades company.
Yeah, I did hear about that. But that's the liquor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He partnered with the company that does Dom Perignon. I forget who it is, but basically they bought half of his company. I don't know what the reasoning was. I don't know if his sales weren't good or if they just liked what he had and wanted to go in with him, but either way, they own 50% of his company now, Ace of Spades. So, congratulations to him. That's more money in his pocket.
Oh, yeah, he trying to, the money.
But yeah, one more quick thing about Lauryn Hill, since we were talking about her and her last album. That was why I did a lyrical breakdown on one of her songs. You know what I mean? So one of the more recent ones, within the past month, I think, that I did one with her. And she's just a dope lyricist, man. So I encourage anybody to go back and check out that album, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Yeah, man.
Yeah, she laced that up.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But so before we close it out, let's talk about this latest thing with Malcolm X. I don't know if y'all heard it, but a man named Ray Woods, basically, he passed away a few years ago, but now it's just coming to light that on his deathbed, he did a confession basically where he did admit that there was an NYPD cover-up to kill Malcolm X, and which we pretty much already knew that the police were involved, the FBI were involved, and the Nation of Islam were all involved. But, he just kind of solidified it just to say, I just want to admit it. Now, he was an NYPD officer himself. He was black. So they kind of used him just like the whole Judas and the Black Messiah. He was kind of put in that, you're black, so you blend in. Let's make this happen.
When is that? Ray, I'm assuming he's dead now.
Yeah, he passed away, I think, in 2011, they said.
Oh, okay.
So, but for some reason, this is all just now coming to light. Yeah, I don't know, but I guess he had a signed letter that was delivered to the family of Malcolm X, I guess, to explain all of this. And I don't know if maybe law enforcement just now gave it to them, but supposedly he did it back in 2011, and he admitted how they, were in cahoots to take him down. And, they basically, the Nation of Islam were part of it too, but I think they were basically duped because there were so many people in the nation who were starting to dislike Malcolm X because they wanted him to stick to a certain,
stick along with,
the way that they wanted things to go. But he was kind of rogue, and he was just like, no, I'm going to speak the truth if that means I have to not do what y'all want me to do. And so there was a lot of tension. So I think that the law enforcement kind of crept in like, yeah, since you don't like him, we can help you take him out.
Well, and the thing of it too, after he left, I think what it is, in the NOI, was a problem back in the 60s. But I think what happened when Malcolm split from them, I think the problem was Malcolm was trying to get people together and get people to come together. Right. A lot of people, Malcolm, Martin, and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was all supposed to get to come together. Right. And that's the thing, I think that's really what they were scared. They're more scared of that. Yeah, they were scared more of the unity than anything. Because you got to think, when he was off with the nation by himself and stuff, they're like, okay. I mean, they was watching it, but they wasn't really concerned. And then you got to understand, peace, in their eyes, that's messing up money. I mean, you can't profit off of peace. You got to have a war. I mean, I don't want nobody to die, but everybody got to die, so we sell these guns.
And that's what happened with Fred Hampton.
More important things to live.
That's exactly what happened. I talked about that in my Fred Hampton video because basically that's the most powerful thing that we have is that unity. And I mean, can you imagine if all of Malcolm X's followers, all of the nation got together? You know how much trouble that would have been for law enforcement? Because I mean, not that we would have been out there terrorizing people, but they just don't like the fact that we're all on the same level. We don't want that. We want y'all to be disjointed and all of that. You know what I mean? So that's why I talked heavy about that, man, about how we need to unify, and that's what Fred Hampton was trying to do. Don't have these people thinking that Fred Hampton and the Panthers was some kind of military, just gun-toting, we gonna kill everybody group. You know what I mean? They were all about unity.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, because when I was in school, white people would be like, "Well, the Panther was as bad as the Klan," and then and don't get me wrong, I didn't know anybody. I was in a predominantly white school, so it was like, okay, yeah. But then come to think about it, okay, hold on, Panthers didn't snatch white kids out the joint house at night
and hang them.
The Black Panthers did not bomb innocent people that lived in their in their house. They didn't bomb white churches.
They wasn't lighting crosses on fire in front of people's houses.
No.
Intimidating the hell out of them.
They wasn't doing none of that. So how were they like, that group?
There's no comparison.
And then on top of that too, they were doing the lunch program.
Right.
The breakfast program and stuff. Making sure
that was one of the first things they did was feed people.
Yeah.
Yeah, they made sure that.
Yeah. And see, and then when you gotta think about that too, that would, I guess I could see J. Edgar Hoover's viewpoint of that, how it was a danger, because if you got a person coming through feeding you, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then you entrenched in their camp, you probably not gonna let people, do too much shit to them. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, so that's why they was like, we got to stamp that now.
Yeah, and they did it, man, and they were successful. I mean, that whole COINTELPRO, if y'all don't know what that is, go look it up. COINTELPRO, short for Counterintelligence Program, set up by the FBI, and what they did with it, man. Listen, that's why we're missing a lot of leadership right now. You know what I mean? So I agree with that. Believe that Malcolm X was a victim of that. I believe that MLK was a victim of that. Fred Hampton was a victim of that. All of them. You know what I mean?
I think
Newton, Bobby Seale, all of them.
You know who I think would be a good leader now if he gets the right push? Rizza Islam.
Okay. Yep, I can see that.
If he gets the right push.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think because a lot of people listen to him. He's very intelligent. And I didn't know he was younger than us. He's like barely 30.
Yeah.
Got all this knowledge.
He's pretty young.
Yeah, very, very astute gentleman. I really, what I'm saying? I don't, with the whole Muslim and stuff things, I mean, I don't necessarily subscribe to that faith, but I respect the fact that, this man is, taking time out to, study and, trying to unify black folks. So I think Rizza Islam would be definitely like a leader for like at least black empowerment. I could see him if he was pushing the right direction.
What do you think about Tariq Nasheed?
Ooh, man. Well, I'm gonna say this. I happen to watch a couple of this guy on podcast. Shout out to C Rock Smooth.
Okay.
And he was kind of giving some examples of like what he's done, and like, yeah, he's done some good things and stuff, but he's still kind of profit off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, like every time people try to come together, he somehow makes a way of disrupting things.
Right.
But I mean, I can't take anything away from him. I'm not saying that he would be necessarily a bad choice. I'm just saying, like, I don't look at him as a leader. I look at him as maybe, someone that can probably not necessarily maybe like an advisor. Yeah. Maybe like if he would happen, if he happened to be on a panel or something, like if, for instance, if RZA became the leader, I can see him. I can honestly see Dr. Umar Johnson. I can honestly see him, being on a panel to say, hey, I don't think this would be the good move. Or, you know what I'm saying? I kind of see that as opposed to him leading.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I do like Tariq Nasheed, but I think RZA would be a bit of a better overall leader. Mm-hmm. But I like Tariq Nasheed. There are some times when I disagree with him, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think
disagreement is welcome.
And see, that's the thing too about us, man. We got to get off that shit. Like, I disagree with you, so we can't walk together. Like, nah. What we need to do. That's the thing about this whole shit, man. Like, if we can unite and agree on one common thing, you know what I'm saying? That's what it takes. It's not, I mean, there's gonna be some shit that me and Curtis don't agree with. That don't mean I've stopped fucking with him. Right. You know what I'm saying? It just means that, hey, we agree to disagree on this. But that don't stop him, you know what I'm saying? But that don't, stop me from like if something were to happen, somebody come through, or something like that. That don't stop me from like, hey, I gotta, at least try to protect my brother or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? That don't stop that. And that's what we kind of have to get back on.
Yeah, man. So do you think anything will come of this confession from Ray Woods? Do you think they'll be doing anything with it, or is it just more so FYI,
I mean, hell, it was 10 years ago, and we found out about it now. Right. I mean, that's kind of hard to say. I don't know what could, possibly happen with it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, I mean, and then too, the people that's involved with that, they're probably old or long gone dead now. Right. So, it just depends.
Okay. But yeah, but that was pretty much all I had for today. Did you want to talk about anything else before we wrap it up today?
Nah. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Also remember to listen to us on Spotify, via Anchor. Yeah, we have the Anchor stuff. We want to shout out our guest that we had, Germ Hatcher, that we had the other day. We want to shout out T-Lin. We appreciate you for what you have done. And
hooking that up.
Yeah, hooking that up. We appreciate that. We trying to do little different things. I hope the StreamYard does well because that's what we was on, and hopefully they'll do something. But
Yep. So we expanded our horizons a little bit. So we appreciate y'all again. Like you said, this is episode 155. Don't forget, hit all the buttons. Share this out with your people. Follow. And if you like good conversation, let us know what you think. Hit us in the comments and tell your friends. You know what I mean? So this is for all ages. We welcome all ages. It's not just an old school thing. We want to talk to everybody. And we're going to have some more artists up here. I know Van Buren wants us to have one of his artists, somebody that he knows, up here. So we're going to try and get them on the show as well. So we'll be keeping y'all informed about that. I gotta hit him up. So
I think I fucked up.
uh-oh.
Yeah, I think I fucked up. Because I was supposed to hit this. Yeah, great. So the whole time, wow. Well, you got to trail into this.
Right. StreamYard.
Yeah, we
this is only a test.
Yeah,
we will see y'all next time.
Yeah, we fucked up. That was me, though. That was me.
We thought we was recording this whole time.
We thought we were doing something.
And apparently we wasn't, so.
Yeah, we would.
But it works, and y'all are seeing this, and, y'all can get used to it. It's just a little snippet. But this is Try It Hip Hop Podcast. This has been episode 155.
155. Shortest episode ever.
Right. Oh, man.
Yeah, shortest episode ever.
Shortest episode. We ain't really talked too long today.
Yeah.
But,
we got in, got out.
Yeah, man.
Oh.
Yeah. Y'all quickie today.
Yeah, give me the good pause.
But all right, y'all. We'll see y'all on next week's episode, and we'll do it again, StreamYard. We'll get it right next time.
Yeah.
Thanks for checking us out. This is Kurt, and this is
Howie.
And we'll see y'all next time, all right?
Peace.